For the next DIY, I wanted to see if I could take one of the Dollar Tree pink flamingos and if I can make a pink flamingo mirror. So I have made a pink flamingo wreath where I cut the pink flamingo neck and attached it to a wreath in my last pink flamingo video. And so I wanted to see if I could do that with a mirror. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove the back of this because I want to paint it. And I'm going to be able to put the mirror back together, which was my goal here. So this is what I was thinking. This mirror from the Dollar Tree is not that big. I think it's going to be a perfect body for my pink flamingo. And it's also, going to be a fun mirror. So I am just using a razor blade and cutting it right here at the neck where I think I want it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can always shape that up later. It's really easy to cut this down since the plastic is pretty thin. And I'm gonna have to almost make a notch for it. So I just cut a little square here where I can work that around the top of the frame. I want to be able to put the mirror back together, so I'm not going to be able to wire it to it or anything like that. And it's pretty lightweight plastic, so I think I can just get away with gluing it on there like that. Now, I do think I need like maybe a small little notch here at the bottom too. I want to leave a little bit of plastic on there to wrap around because I can hot glue that on. And be sure to save your tails if you want to make angel wings out of them. A lot of people have made angel wing DIYs from the flamingo and really cute. So you might want to save that for Christmas or something like that. And then I'm going to paint mine with some magenta. And I had a little bit, I think, of white in there as well. I do have some pink spray paint, and I kind of wish that I would have spray painted it because it took a lot of coats of pink to cover that black. Another thing that might have worked better would be to paint it white first and then paint it pink. I don't know what I was thinking, but it did take way too many coats of this to make it pink. And the only reason that I'm painting the mirror pink is because I'm going to be adding the pink lace from the Dollar Tree for the feathers. But I thought if you could see behind them at all, the black would just be too dark. And so that's why I really wanted it to be a bold pink color. So I just kept adding layers to it until it was covered. And I finally covered up all of that black paint. Now that I have that painted, I can go ahead and start putting this back together. The mirror just fits like right inside. There's really no like notches or anything that hold it on. It just kind of fits right in there. But there are screws that hold the back of it on, and one of the screws has a hanger on it as well. Depending on where you're hanging it, you might need to add a little bit of twine, like a little twine circle to the hanger as well, if it doesn't hang great against your wall, because the pink flamingo neck is going to add a little bit of back to it where I have to space it out from the wall just a little bit there, as you can see. It's a little lopsided if I lay one side down. So I'm just going to go ahead and start attaching that by adding some hot glue to the pink flamingo neck and gluing that to the top of the mirror, flipping it over, and I need to add some hot glue back here as well. So you can see that it's going to be away from the wall just a little bit, but I think we can make that work. And I do want to add a piece to it to make it level. So I'm going to add one of the little wood blocks from the crafter square at the Dollar Tree. That's going to be the perfect height to push it out against the wall on this side so it will hang level, but it won't be noticeable. So I just attached that with hot glue to the back. Now for the lei, this is the lei I chose from the Dollar Tree, one of the pink and white ones. I thought this would be really cute. Again, so many options. You can make yours look however you want, but I want the lei flowers to look like flamingo feathers. So I'm going to start right here at the neck and hot glue one of the little plastic spacer pieces on there. And on the outer frame, I'm going to go around and do that all the way around. Now, at first I thought I was going to have to go around it twice. That's why I have two leis there. But I ended up only using one because as you can see, the flowers are nice and fluffy and it covers quite a bit. And it's actually a little bit longer than what I need. So I just work my way around back here to the neck part. And that also covers the transition between the pink flamingo and the mirror and kind of hides the area of how I put it together. So I just cut this one down, hot gluing the string to the flower. And then I'm going to see exactly how much I need. I think right about here. I'm going to glue down another spacer and maybe a few more flowers here to cover up the gap in between the two. I took off the spacer and cut it down to size, adding that back on, and then I'm going to actually tie around that. That's another option you can do to tie these off to make sure that's really secure, and then hot glue that down to the mirror as well. And this DIY was so easy. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Painting the pink mirror probably took the most time, and you really can't see much of it. But I think it is important because you can kind of see it around the edges. But it's all put back together now. I just cleaned the mirror, and this is ready to go. Isn't this so pretty and tropical? Again, I think I'll use mine indoors, but you could probably use it outdoors as well if you wanted a mirror out there.